First came the normalization deal. Then came the opening of new embassies. And now there's a new outreach by Israel. Something is brewing in West Asia, and at the heart of that is Israel. From Jordan to Turkey, there has been a thaw of ties. But what does this mean for the region? We tell you more.
Something is brewing in West Asia. At the heart of this is one country: Israel. The Jewish state is ringing in a new political era, and it looks like it's in the mood to amend some ties. All of this started with a meeting. Yair Lapid met his Jordanian counterpart. In focus was the water crisis in Jordan. Israel and Jordan agreed to a water deal, an unprecedented one with double the water supply, to help Amman fight the drought. Water resources have been a core issue of cooperation between Israel and Jordan since 1994, but over the last few years, the relations have deteriorated. But what was even more important was another meeting. This one, however, was meant to be a secret. Reports say that Israeli Prime Minister Bennett met with Jordan's King Abdullah, a hush-hush meeting that took place in Amman's royal palace. But why the secrecy if there has been a peace agreement since 1994? Netanyahu's term was marked by strained relations with Jordan. Israel crossed a few red lines, and it did not consult its neighbor. But this government is prioritizing Jordan. It understands the importance Amman plays in the region, and has chosen amicable ties over clashing interests. But this is not just Jordan. Israel is reaching out too. It wants to improve ties with everyone, and it looks like Turkey could be more than willing. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan called Israel's new president, congratulating him on taking office. This is the same Erdogan that once called Israel a terrorist state. So what has changed now? A new government heading the Jewish state, or Erdogan's own tanking economy? It looks like it could be both. Erdogan could not see eye to eye with Netanyahu, and with Bibi no longer in the Prime Minister's seat, things are looking up for Naftali Bennett. As for economic interests, trade and tourism between the two countries could be crucial for Turkey's economic interests. Secret and open meetings, dozens of phone calls, and a push to rebuild ties, something is brewing here in the region. But what exactly are the talks about?
This historic agreement must be extended to other nations and countries seeking peace with Israel. We are a nation of peace, and those who are interested in peace with us will be welcomed with open arms.
In focus are the Abraham Accords, the normalization deal brokered by the United States that were pegged as the dawn of a new era in West Asia. But it is no longer Netanyahu's best friend who is calling the shots in the White House. Biden calls Israel America's greatest friend, but it also pushes for a two-state solution. Reports suggest the administration would like to see trust-building steps between Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Both Jordan and Israel are flying to Washington soon, not on the same planes, but maybe with the same agenda. Could this be the push for new normalization agreements? Only time will tell, but for now, it looks like the phones won't stop ringing in Israel. West Asia Bureau, WION World is One.